animals have this habit of getting into some really unusual places where one would least expect them to land up. At times, this leads to quite hilarious situations as some shocked humans try to come to terms with the unexpected guest. At other times, this could also lead to a long ordeal, trying to extricate the poor animal from a place where it has either managed to get itself stuck or is too frightened to get out with the excessive amount of attention that it is getting. Let's look at some of these unusual cases where animals landed themselves in some unexpected places. 1. Recently, a terrified young leopard somehow managed to fall into a well in a village in rural India. In some villages in India, which are close to the forest areas, it is not very unusual for wildcats to stray into human habitat searching for food, some even turning into man-eaters. There have been a few really unfortunate incidents of human casualties, and some cases where villagers have managed to capture and at times even kill the man-eater. In this case, the 3-year-old leopard sent out screams of terror immediately after falling into the 60 feet deep well and startled the nearby village in Maharashtra. The entire village rushed to the well to witness the unusual drama that unfolded as a 3-hour operation to rescue the scared animal happened. The local leopard rescue center and the forest department swung into action and rushed to the spot. A box trap was lowered into the well, and after much reluctance, the leopard finally got into the box. After a physical examination of its health, the animal was set free in the nearby forest. 2. Ashley Glaw was holding her pet python, an odd pet I must say, when an extraordinary incident happened. Seeing a large gauge piercing in her ear, the python decided to go for it. Unfortunately, he could not make it all the way through. Ashley tried to get the python out but decided against it, as she felt that she may not be able to do it without hurting the animal, as its scales were getting pulled up. Initial help to get the python out didn't work out, so she had to be taken to an emergency room where doctors succeeded in freeing the snake by stretching the ear a bit more using a piece of string. Finally, it ended up with both Ashley and her pet doing absolutely fine. 3. An adorable 6-month-old pug puppy managed to get itself stuck inside a PVC pipe in Gira, Brazil. Seeing its predicament, its owner, Kawahisa Yoshioka, attempted to rescue the poor puppy, but did not succeed. As she tried to put her hand in the pipe, she was still unable to reach the puppy. After a few hours, the puppy stopped making noises, when a worried Kawahisa called the Sao Paulo municipal authorities. They dug holes in her garden and her hallway, trying to locate the puppy. They discovered that the puppy had been washed further down and was intact in a location outside the garden. They dug up the earth around the pipe, inserted a garden hose to tap the animal from the rear, and finally got it out safely. 4. If you look at the picture and think it's some piece of cloth left out to dry, look again. You could either term this poor cat as the luckiest pet around or the most luckless feline going around. Looks like she definitely used up one of her 9 lives after getting trapped in the garage door in Louisiana, USA. The cat was stuck between the garage door of a house and a wall. Deputy Mike Scott from the sheriff's office said that he could never imagine as to how the animal landed up in that rather unusual position. As the owners of the house were not around, the neighbors were of great help in this rescue operation. With their help, the officers cautiously removed the upper frame of the garage door that allowed for some space for the cat to be removed. It appears that the cat, in its wisdom, decided that the garage door was the best place to take a nap when the owners closed the door and left. Miraculously, the cat survived the ordeal with minimal injuries. 5. A cow took a fancy to a neighborhood swimming pool in Oklahoma City and decided to take a dip. A homeowner was enjoying his early morning coffee one day in January 2017 when he heard snorting sounds coming from the vicinity of his swimming pool. Alarmed with this, he immediately called 911. Emergency rescue officers were quick to respond, and to their surprise, found a large cow trapped in the pool. They tried to lift the animal using a rope, but given the 1,500-pound weight of the animal, it was too heavy. So fearing for its safety, they called for a tow truck with a hoist. To reduce the risk of hypothermia, a large amount of water was drained out of the pool. Finally, the cow was successfully hoisted out of the pool. The animal showed no signs of distress and was reported to be doing fine after its adventure. The pool, which was advertised as capable of holding an elephant, developed a hole in its liner after the incident. 6. Raccoons are always on the lookout for food, and normally human habitat are their primary source. They will practically eat anything and will do whatever it takes to get their slimy, thieving hands on snacks. However, one particular raccoon tried its luck a bit too much when it chanced its arm in an army tank and got stuck. A man wearing protective gloves tried pulling the animal's legs, which were protruding upside down, along with the animal's rear end from a small hatch near the top of the tank. Unsuccessful at this, they even considered pushing it all the way into the tank, with the hope of pulling it out of a larger opening. Finally, a soldier saved it when he yanked it out of the hatch and tossed it on the grass, from where it made a quick, embarrassed exit. So those are some amusing animal rescue stories. Hope you guys liked this one, and would request you to like it and share it with your animal-loving friends. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. I will see you soon, and thanks for watching.